Welcome. Let's discuss how we can evaluate function compositions using table of values. So on the left-hand side, we are given two tables of values. And what we want to figure out is what is the outcome when we have the following composition: G evaluated 3 inside of F and F evaluated 4 inside of G. Let's start by identifying FG evaluated at 3. Notice that we are working with two functions, the function of F and the function of G. The first thing that we want to do, we want to identify the table of values for each of those functions individually. So notice that the first table that we have on the left, this second column, we have the expression of f of x. So we are going to say that this first table of values, it is going to represent the function of f. And notice that the second table of values, we are using the expression g of x. So we are going to say that this second expression is for the function of g of x. And the way that we're going to evaluate this, we're going to start by concentrating on the inside of this composition, g evaluated at 3. What we're going to do, we're going to go to the function of g, and then we are going to see what is the outcome when x is equivalent to 3. So on the bottom, here we have the table for g, and now notice at the left-hand side of this column, we have x. Now let's see when x is equivalent to 3. Which is here. And notice when x is equivalent to 3, our output, or our y, is equivalent to 2. So we can say that g valued at 3 is equivalent to 2. And now that we have this information, now we can rewrite the composition that we are given. Because now we know that g of 3 is equivalent to 2, so our composition now can be rewritten as f evaluated at 2. And now this becomes another evaluation. Because what we want to do, we want to go to function of f, and now we want to see what is the outcome when x is equivalent to 2. So let's go to function of f, and let's identify the location when x is equivalent to 2, which we have it here. So we can claim that f of 2 is equivalent to the value of 8. So now we have our outcome. The composition of f composed of the function of g of 3, it is equivalent to just 8. Now let's concentrate on the composition of g f of 4. So we're going to tackle it the same way. Let's start by looking at the inside of the composition. Let's go to the function of f, and let's try to figure out what happens when x is equivalent to 4. Remembering that the function of f is the one on the top. Now let's see when x is equivalent to 4. And when x is equivalent to 4, our y is equivalent to 1. So now we can claim that f of 4 is equivalent to 1. Knowing that the inside of the composition is equivalent to 1, now we can rewrite this function as g evaluated at 1. So what we want to do now, we're going to go to the function of g, and now let's figure out what is the output when x is equivalent to 1. So let's go to the function of g. Let's look when x is equivalent to 1. And now we can see that when x is equivalent to 1, the output is equivalent to 3. So we are done. Now we can say that the composition of g evaluated at f of 4 is equivalent to just 3. Hello. If you would like to continue learning about mathematics, you can check out the videos on the left.